This video is for my graduate CSE 650 Applied Multimedia class. It's a video on a topic that I'm passionate about. At first glance, my subject might seem simple. Bigfoot. But it's more than just about a mythical creature. It's about the deeper truths it reveals about human nature and societal dynamics, and my own journey of reflection and growth. I remember being a little boy in the 1970s, cuddling with my parents when they were watching a television show called In Search of with Leonard Nimoy. The episode was about Bigfoot, and it really scared me. I remember hiding under the blanket and my dad saying, "But there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a man in a monkey suit." He wasn't wrong.
The most convincing visual evidence of Bigfoot is a film taken by Roger Patterson in Northern California. Dr. Krantz believes it to be authentic.
In the 1980s, I was fascinated with the subject of Bigfoot. It's a great monster story. I thought maybe it could be real. And I read every book on the subject from Bigfoot legendary hunters like Rene Dahinden and John Green. Two old men who never had a sighting but took it very seriously, and they devoted their lives to it. When the internet became a part of our daily lives, I then returned to this paranormal fascination of mine by researching on different message boards. There's a for-profit Bigfoot organization called the BFRO, which means Bigfoot Field Research Organization, that had a message board where people could post their alleged sightings. The BFRO had so-called researchers that took it seriously, who went and investigated the locations of said reports, which were either Class A, a visualization of said creature, or Class B, which was either a vocalization or footprints or a bowel movement. Fast forward, 2011, I left an abusive relationship with a narcissistic perpetual liar, and I was devastated and tremendously depressed. I needed a distraction to get my mind off of my problems. I was literally broken. I decided to jump into the Bigfoot world by wanting to know the truth. Whatever it was Bigfoot real? Great. If not, great. I was cool with whatever it was going to be. So I contributed my art, audio, and video skills and made an online presence. I was making new friends, and the topic was exciting. It was a Band-Aid, but all it did was double down on what drove me to it in the first place. You see, Bigfoot is a cult. It's a belief system that parallels politics and religion. And just like with those two money-based belief systems, it is governed by grifters, opportunists, liars, hoaxers, and narcissists. But because of my talents with multimedia, I attracted these bad people who all pretended to want to be my friend. I became very popular and known in this small niche community after I was cast on a Bigfoot reality show on Spike TV.
Oh boy, Dax.
Yep.
I'm kind of stressed and I've got anxiety.
Do you?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm dying to see the foot cast, to see what they think. We don't know if any of the samples we brought in or anybody else has any Bigfoot DNA in it.
And this was during the time when I was a true Bigfoot believer. And all of those people were liars, hoaxers, and they were seizing the opportunity to elevate themselves in this community, all at my expense. And I welcomed them. Growing up as a gay kid, it wasn't easy because every heterosexual male that was in my life either bullied me or intimidated me. And here I am, suddenly having all these macho, military, and outdoorsy hunter guys wanting to be friends with me. And I finally felt included. I felt needed, wanted. It felt wonderful. How stupid was I? It took 10 years for me to realize the dynamics of the Bigfoot community, that you are only valid and welcome if you perpetuate the narrative that Bigfoot is real, and if you ask questions and demand proof, which I did, you are no longer a part of it. You become a pariah, or in my case, an apostate. Let me ask you this. Do churches welcome atheists?
All right, shh. There's something behind the tree. There's something behind the tree.
I aligned my personal values and self-worth with Bigfoot. And when the blood started to magically flow to my brain finally, it took 10 years, I saw how members of the Bigfoot community resisted dissenters because it threatened their identity and social standing. So how is Bigfoot still a passion of mine, you ask? I have always wanted to know the truth. The truth never promises to be warm and cuddly. Even dumpster fires provide warmth. Remember that. So for me, Bigfoot is not real.
That was the sound of a Sasquatch. I'm not joking.
My father was right. And what I've taken from this journey is more than a man in a monkey suit. It's a deeper understanding of the human need for belonging and the dangers of blind faith. The world may be cold, but I'd rather face its chill than live warmed by the fires of Bigfoot delusion. The next time you feel the pull of a group, ask yourself, is this group building you up or tearing down your ability to think for yourself? Okay, I think we're good.